what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, hanging out with my good mate, Harry Valentino of the band High Fade. Hard to describe them, but if you had to, it'd be kind of very funky, but also elements of rock, and you throw a little Spanish style in there for little sexy vibes in there. But anyway, you guys are on tour. Yes, and it's been so fun hanging out with you in the past, and we got you again for a minute, talk about some technique and just, you know, chit chat, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Dude, thanks for being back.
Thank you, man. It's great. It's great to see you.
So good to see you.
It's so nice to be back.
So fun.
We had a great time in Nashville last night. Thank you for joining us.
So fun. I had such a blast with you guys.
Straight off the rip.
Yeah, so
could make something relatively easy for some of.
Let's do it. You just show me 3 different funk devices.
I mean, this is probably one of my favorite things. It's just like the little minor 7 shape there, and then just going there, down to semitone. I just love that kind of thing. And then you just. But you can just keep it that the same. You just got that ringing though. I use that so much in a lot of the high
that's like
stuff.
a F sharp minor 7?
Pretty much. And then you just kind of flatten that. And then you're just going into the D there.
What fingers are you using? You use your middle finger on the root.
Yeah, middle on the root.
And then that's your 3rd finger?
Right finger, yeah, right there.
Pinky on the?
Yeah, on the 7. And then you're just kind of, you can use this finger here. I like that you can just do that. It's kind of nice and easy. But one of the most important things is knowing like, so I like that you can split. You can kind of transfer that to like your pentatonic.
Do you have a compressor on right now?
I do.
So that's part of your funk thing?
That's kind of a part of it. I would say that like a lot of the time I have that on for this kind of stuff, but when I'm playing on my own, or I'm doing like the solo thing in the set or whatever, I'll turn that off, and I'm kind of using just all of the stuff that is here.
I'm sure you use it in some of your songs.
Pretty much. This is
a lot of your songs, actually.
And then burning. So it starts like there's like a drop down section.
Is it in F sharp or is it?
It's in F sharp. So it's one of those that
1 million streams. Can't be wrong.
There we go. So we have this riff actually that goes from the heavy section. It goes like, I would play like into it because I think giving some context of like what goes on there.
Okay.
And then how it strips back to just that. So we've got this fat riff. And then it's just this. Calvin brings in the. And this is my favorite bit. You bring in this chord. And then the solo, you come by like. But that there is like one of my favorite things. You can just sit on that and it feels like it's constantly rolling.
Yeah, you can build.
Yeah.
You can do anything
and
with
then
it.
If your drummer is changing something or your bass players, because Ollie's just sitting there on that for a lot of. for ages. And then behind that, I'm going. But Bona Pig is a fun one because it's a similar kind of thing as well. It's like everyone has that thing that they enjoy doing on it. And for me, while I'm singing and playing, it's nice to have a reference point. I think that's something that I'm like, this is my little chord and this is my friend because I can't mess it up because I've played it that many times and I can just slide it around and I can sit on it for ages. If Calvin's going sick on the drums, if Ollie's going sick on me, I'm like, cool, I'm just going to groove on this.
So show me Bona Pig then.
That intro riff is... That's just like kind of slow, but I'm gonna play it even slower. But that's all
E.
Yeah.
E, bluesy.
Pretty much. And then it comes, and then the groove in the chorus is literally just like, to the left, to the middle, to the right, to the left, to the middle, to the right, to the left, to the... We're gonna stand and do it, Marty. To the left, to the middle, to the... There we go. But that's pretty much your thing. And but that groove during the verse, I change it. There's quite a lot of like small variation in it. For me, it's like the first time around, I'll just keep it somewhat. And that chorus is...
Show the higher voicing there. What are you doing there?
This is a little pentatonic, boy. I'm just grabbing it like that. So that's just the G and the C sharp. I'm going. Just kind of not quite a full bend, but just like a little bit sauce. You know what I'm saying? You're just kind of bending that.
Which
and then just
which would line up with the.
And then that's always your friend as well. Because you got that we all know and love, but you can. You know, the blues scale is what pays the bills, brother.
Oh, absolutely. So if you have this. A higher version could be.
Yeah, well, it's quite nice. I like to layer, like, if I've got, it's like, if you want to play that, boys, I'll show you the thing that's to kind of blend it.
This one?
So like that. Just, you got because you can just take that, so you got one going down. I like that. Like,
show me what you're doing without me playing.
The first one is, so that's going, so on. Whereas that second time is, and it makes it just give it this nice kind of like
counterpoint
going on. You know where I kind of stole that from actually was like a lot of like Led Zeppelin stuff. He's got a lot of that. Jimmy Page has a lot of like nice counterpoint going on. It's not intentional half the time either. It's just like the way the parts maybe on acoustic are being written. And I think that for me, I love a lot of Led Zeppelin. I'm a big Zeppelin fan. And for me, it was one of those like, oh, that's really cool that he's got these two guitar parts that are essentially playing the same thing, but it's just in counterpoint. So he's starting somewhere and going down where the last note of the other part is like finishing. So it's just nice to have that like kind of blend. Live, I can't do both parts, unfortunately, but it's nice to be able to jump between both because I can go. To have that just to have that option there when you're building, because then we come in with like the riff as well, and that where we're going like, and then it's, but that build is like, I do love a good build where it's just, I'm just going. Because it sounds like I was just a little orchestra going. And then back.
Yeah.
But it's just that, like, it's based off the, like, that intro, just taking one little line and then you can build a whole thing off of it. Like, I like to build from the most basic, in its most basic form, and then you can start adding a riff here or just even more of, like, but it's all just, like, that's all just kind of, like, your classic kind of bluesy stuff that I'm sure that I have some amazing lessons.
That's the way.
But it's that, like, that shape is I'd say my biggest friend with a lot of, like, the high fade stuff.
Okay, so give me one other.
The song we got called like Jam, where's it? It's that E7 sharp 9 kind of thing.
Hendrix.
The old
Chord.
Hendrix boy, you know,
Yeah.
and you can just chuck some things I'll just play. Or I'll have, or if you want to get really spicy with it, you know. But sometimes it can be too much. And it's weird, that song always puzzled me because people would be like, is it that? And I'm like, I do hold that shape, but I don't actually play all of it, ever. Like, it's always like, instead of, sometimes I'll play that, but it's like, it's just nice to have that. Like, I think having only one guitar player is cool. It just, and then it just makes it feel like there's more variance in it, because I think that most of my job while playing guitar there is to just kind of be like, pull back when, to make like the full part sound fuller, and then you just got to strip it back to like, because you can just use that shape again if you really wanted to. You can just shell voice that, or you can go full on. Like, that's a bit on the heavier side, but then you've got stuff like the intro to like Take Me to the Floor, which I would say is, again, using this old shape, but it's same kind of thing. You're building an intro where you, I love this. That's just a minor 7 kind of voice. And I actually stole it from this dude who posts lessons from Nashville, funnily enough.
Show me what he's doing. Minor.
So it's basically taking your minor 7 shape. So you're taking.
But let's just show me the first one. You're going.
So pretty much. So you got your root is here. But you can change it. And then you're putting your root here. And then you're going here. Same shape as the first one. And then you're just going here. But you're essentially switching between them. So it's just a nice way to be like. It just brings you. Our good old friend, the E7 Shop 9.
Was there one band or moment when you like were like, I have to play guitar? Like something that inspired you?
For sure. I heard Al Di Meola, John McLaughlin, and Paco de Lucia from my first ever like guitar teacher. His name's Dallas, funnily enough, back home. And he gave me that on a CD. And I listened to them live Friday Night Live in San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
And I'd only maybe just started like learning. You know, I was playing like still playing like Mary Had a Little Lamb and like the really bad tab version of Seven Nation Army and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just that kind of stuff. Like I listened to that and I don't know, I just had like a
that was it.
grip on me. And I was like, oh, I wanna play like that. And then I learned how to play Mediterranean Sundance. And like me and Dallas, my teacher, it was funny actually, we played it together at like a talent competition thing, because he kind of took me under his wing when I first started playing. Like he was actually such a good guy for that as a teacher, and we didn't spend a lot of time together because I think I ended up with a different teacher. I moved high school. I went to like the City of Edinburgh Music School for a couple of years. I joined that quite late because I started playing only at 15, so I'm only like 10 years in, which in guitar world it's a long time, but it's not at the same time. It's this weird kind of middle ground. I feel like I've not been playing long enough to be like, oh, I've been playing for a long time, but I've not been playing short enough to be like, oh, it's only been like 6 months. But when I think about 6 months now compared to when I was 15, 6 months felt like forever, where 6 months now feels like 5 minutes.
Right.
I feel like it wasn't that long ago. We were just sitting here in this chair. So it's like your perspective of time as you get older.
It definitely changes. I blinked and now I'm 50. So you have a right hand tip for people?
I'd say to build the speed in that is there's a lot of things that I've done to do that. And it's not just all about like the strumming of it. Like that's fine to a certain extent, but I think that you have to really get your actual picking down, and then you can extend that to your wider kind of like that kind of stuff is fine, but like obviously in Chameleon, for example, it's like that's really fast and you're picking single notes amongst chords. So like,
yeah, I noticed you're not going straight up and down like that.
I'm digging in like
you're kind of got a little bit of a diagonal angle.
A nice way to think of it is like almost like a train, like sharpen up. Just saying. Because I don't think that your 16 should be like
right.
That it doesn't feel right. Whereas like that you can sell that. And you can change. Because you can change that at your own pace. You can go like, oh, you go. But for me, it's that dexterity in your hand. I don't think that practicing one way or the other. A good thing that really helped me was just sitting and going. Doing
That's
doubles
like 2 notes per string, 3 notes per string.
Just and then going. And then just like 3.
Triple it.
And also just sitting, just chugging one out on the side. But changing that. I would sit for half an hour at a time when I was like 17 or 12.
Is there a riff you wish you had written?
Absolutely.
You can paraphrase it.
Absolutely. It's got to be Sound Regaze by Pantera. To be fair, that acoustic part is great. I don't think I'm playing it correctly. I will learn the whole song. But when? What a riff. That whole song is like perfect song.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Imagine hearing that song.
Yeah.
For the first time, and you're like a diehard fan, they're at the peak of their whatever they're doing, and that comes out. I just was like, it doesn't really make any sense, like theory-wise either. And he's just like, I'm gonna put a pinch harmonic in there because I can. And it's just the most like, I don't know, just slap in the face thing ever as well, because you're going from that nice little. There's so much tension in that as well. It's just the... Just that is in itself is enough to me just like... That's great. But it's all that tension before it, and then it just comes pow right in the kisser.
Love it. Love it. Once again, I want to thank Harry Valentino from the band High Fade. They're on tour now, they're on tour later, and then they're on tour after that. Anyway, check the links below for High Fade's music.
Highfademusic.live.
Go see a show. You're gonna love it. And man, you're such a great dude. It's great to have you again, man.
Thank you, brother. You too. Thank you.